Good morning. Shalom. Should tuck that up in there. Just like so. How is everybody? It's Friday. Yes, it is. Today is the day of Fry. Hope everyone is excited for the weekend. Whether you got plans or not, I don't necessarily have plans. But it's always a fun thing when the weekend comes. Probably go to my older brother's. I told him if I do go out there, it won't be till Saturday night. I'll get there at like 11:30. But at least I'll be there for coffee in the morning. I think my sickness is going away. Although I never really get sick. Like, ever. In the last 5 years, I probably called into work because I was sick. Like 3 times, maybe. Twice for sure, because I had to take 2 days in a row off because I was sick. I think that's the only time I ever got the flu. But everyone around me is either has had the flu or some sort of sickness that's been going around, like everybody. So I assumed it would either hit me or skip me. Usually it just skips me because my body is just naturally really good at defending itself, which is super awesome, and I'm very fortunate for that. Because I know some people that just get sick every fucking month, and I would just hate life. But my nose got a little, my nose didn't even really get a whole lot really stuffy. My throat has been just like itchy as shit. I can't laugh without coughing. I can't hit a bowl or a joint without coughing my ass off. Just a dry cough. But it's only been like that for a couple days, and that's usually as far as it goes. And I took a few tokes last night while laying in bed and didn't cough at all, and same thing this morning. I still feel it in my throat, and then the back of my nose. But I think COVID is passing on through. That's probably what it is. See, remember all my nephews and basically everybody around me was sick with COVID. I just keep calling it the flu because that's what it fucking is. It's more akin to the seasonal influenza. Remember that? So, there's that. What else did I want to talk about today? I got the straight coffee mug today because I don't know where my to-go mug is. May have left it at a customer's house yesterday. So I was hired to clean this lady's, so we do like grease exhaust cleanings, right? Like hood exhaust cleanings in kitchens, big kitchens, restaurants and such. Well, this lady had virtually a restaurant kitchen in her house kitchen, it was a residential grease. And wholly impressive. She had it was a whole Viking system, right? And man, that thing was insane. And it wasn't small. It was fucking, I've seen commercial kitchens have smaller hoods and stoves than this woman had. And this woman used it. It wasn't like sitting there unused. This thing was fucking gross. Covered, the whole thing was just orange and yellow. The grates on top of the range were so black and charred. I mean, it was insane. But it was very impressive. Her fucking kitchen was no bigger than like this. I could probably park my Jeep in the kitchen and that was it, but half of it was a fucking stove. Anyway, driving to work this morning, so my older brother broke down last night. Just off the Sheboygan exit. For those of you who are downstate, you know exactly where I'm talking about, around Riggsville. They went downstate to pick up another goat, add to the goat collection, and they broke down. And, you know, randomly, a guy stopped, asked if he needed help, said he needs an auto parts store. He goes, there's one about 20 minutes up the road, I'll give you a ride. So he gives him a ride, get up to the auto parts store, they come back with a new fan belt, pop the fan belt on, and it was just like, it just kept going from one thing to another. All of a sudden this would give and this would give. The dude wasted 2.5 hours of his day helping my older brother out. That's awesome that guy did that. And I assume my brother helped him out. I know he did. But anyway, he was telling me they were talking, somehow they got to talking about racing. And the dude lived in Roseville for a while and out of Detroit for a while. Talked about racing, and he was affiliated with this one guy. You know, this one car, number whatever the car was. And he said, and my brother says, you're talking about so-and-so. And the guy's like, how the hell do you know him? And he goes, I painted all his hot rods. Small world. So my brother used to own he still does. He has beautiful cars that he still restores, but he only has 2 left. And after those are done, he'll never touch a car for somebody else again. Not like that. He won't do a restoration again. That's not really where his passion is, although he is good at anything he does. They won first class at Autorama for best in class on a oh man, I don't even know what this car was. This car was just a black beauty. Unbelievable. And the owner of that car took them all out to this 5-star restaurant, got them all gold necklaces. I mean, it was a pretty big ordeal. And here's my brother, just like some no-name youper with the ponytail, looking like, you know, wearing muck boots and a tore-up Carhartt jacket. Then he's painting, you know, $100,000 vehicles, doing all the body work on them. You know, we were talking about, remember many videos back, Tim was talking about the tricks of the trade and stuff like that. So it was a CUDA. So they were doing this CUDA, and he made his own sanding block, and they dubbed it the CUDA block because it was like 4 feet long, because some of those panels are fucking insane. Anyway, I got really off topic. So my brother's downstate now. He slept in the car last night. I already talked to him this morning. He's cool. I was gonna go get him last night. He's like, honestly, dude, that's a long tow home, and you know, that's a lot out of your way. He's like, we're just gonna get a tow truck to the auto parts store, and the auto parts store fucked him up and ordered him gave him the wrong shit. So they didn't even have anything in stock when they went back. That's why I took so many trips back and forth. And that's also why that guy that stopped is a saint. So they said they would have it there. They're shipping it down from the Sioux. They're gonna have a guy bring it first thing in the morning. So my brother's just gonna stay at the AutoZone. He's like, I'm just gonna change. I think he has to change his radiator out now too. A lot of shit in the front end, and his heating and cooling went out. Just exploded for whatever reason. I think the belt went and it wrapped around the fan and it fucked up. I don't know what happened. It was dark as shit. I'm not sure he knows, but I don't know. I didn't talk to him a whole lot about that. I just needed to know if he needed me to come get him or not. So on that note, I'm at 10 minutes and I'm probably gonna run out. But I'm sitting here debating whether I should finance another vehicle or not. because I know that's on my brother's mind right now. He rented a 2020 Dodge Ram to go down to Iowa to pick up a bunch of Osage orange wood for bow making, and he said, holy moly, was he spoiled at that. And that was a big eye-opener for him, that maybe he should climb out of the 90s when it comes to his vehicles. But he's a solid Chevy guy, man. He likes those old Yukons and those old Tahoes. They are solid as fuck when they are on point. They're just dependable vehicles. But you know, at some point when you get to be in the 30-year range, if you don't replace every single thing on the vehicle, it's not so solid. And he just put a brand new $5,000 monster transmission in it. He is about to drop a crate because why not? But we'll see. We'll see now. Now I think he's thinking he wants to get something else. But I'm also thinking the same. I'm gonna sell my Cadillac here by fall. So I was just thinking about the future, right? And whether it's worth financing something. And I'm gonna let you guys go because I don't want this to cut off, and it will. But we'll pick this up later. And I'll give you my thoughts on the future because I think it's important that we gain a little perspective. So, I love you all. I have a very long drive today to the other side of the UP for several hours and then right back. So, probably won't hear from me again until my drive home. So, until then, peace, y'all. Love you. Spread them smiles.